but welcome to coffee time. We're going to be making some coffee now. What coffee? No idea. I do have a little bit of the frozen coffee we've been doing for the past couple of weeks left over. We could finish that off. I could do, in fact, no, I might do an espresso with that. Let's start with that. We'll do an espresso of the frozen coffee. Maybe I'll do a bottomless one with a bottomless thingy. Oh, what's the word? This thing. Why have I suddenly lost all the ability to know terms and words? God knows. Maybe we'll do one of those so you can see it from the underside. You can see it, get an action shot. Then I don't know. Maybe I might just do another AeroPress. We'll see how we go. But yes, coffee time. Let's get going. Different camera, Paul. That camera. And they're working today. Brilliant. This one's been very temperamental recently. Maybe because I haven't charged it, I think. I'm just going to go grab the coffee from the freezer. Here it is. So, in my little jar here, which is quite cold, I got my coffee beans all nicely frozen, kept airtight. We'll measure out some coffee, 20 grams to be exact.
Hey there, just a quick reminder, this is a recording of a stream I did on Twitch. If you like this and want more live content, come join the chat and the great community over on Twitch. I stream every week Monday, Friday and Sundays, or follow me on my socials for any changes or extra streams. Okay, thanks, and here's the video.
It might actually be all of this. Oh god, is it all of it? 24 grams, 25 grams. So we're gonna have a little bit left over. I'll have to blend that into another load of coffee at some point. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, let's do that with the AeroPress. We'll blend the rest of that into the AeroPress and the other one. So if you ever have like just odd bits of coffee left over, it's perfectly fine to just combine different roasts, because that's basically kind of what a blend is. No, you can't have that in the leftovers. They're my coffee. But yeah, that's basically what a blend is. They're just taking different origins, different coffee from different regions, and blending them so the tastes are complementary, I guess. All right, we're gonna grind at level 2 today and hope that is the level we need. Let me get this out. Apologies for the noise. Right, so this is the bottomless portafilter, which should allow us to see how. So what will happen is, as the water goes through, you'll see coffee kind of like there'll be a hydrostatic sort of effect where it comes through but doesn't quite pour, and then it should join together, and then hopefully be one, possibly 2 streams down. That's usually what happens, but it's obscured, obviously, usually by that. We'll give it a go. I don't use that one that often because it tends to splutter and spit about and get little droplets of coffee. And if you saw the carpet, yeah, I need to get a carpet cleaner. I definitely need a carpet cleaner at some point. I mean, it's not just that that's caused that. I do spill coffee quite often. Particularly when I'm doing my ADHD speed running, which is when I'm, you know when you walk through a door frame and you try and get as close to the apex of the corner as possible, and you do that dodge, the ADHD dodge. Yeah, try and do that while holding a full mug of coffee. Doesn't go well. I don't know if you can't even see that. Come on, over there. Oh, a little bit staticky. Don't need to spray it because it has been in the freezer, so it has got a teeny bit of moisture on it. If it's been kept airtight, it shouldn't be too much moisture. You don't want too much moisture, as I've been saying, when they're frozen. Yeah, I do that. We all do that. And you can't slow down, and you can't take the corner properly. You can't, like, just take your time. Because if you take your time, you might forget what you were doing. Which is, you know, a death sentence for a person with ADHD. So you have to be speedy. You have to get to your destination before you forget what you're doing. Otherwise, getting there is pointless. Right? We're all on board with that. We all agree with that. This seems a lot more than 20 grams gone in here. That's very odd. See how it's overflowing? Gonna give it little taps, a little encouragement to stay inside, and then attempt to tamp it a little bit. Oh, I'm going to do that again. There we go, that's better. There we are, nice and flat, nice and flat. While I'm getting this ready, let's do a little coolie flush. Stick my puck screen on top. Let's see. That should be fine. Let's try and get this camera in a good position so you can see the underneath. It's all about the efficiency. It certainly is. Because you don't know when you're going to run out of motivation. If you're on a roll, you've got to continue that roll. Right, that's a terrible angle, but oh no, you can see the shelves and everything. Let's do that. That might be a bit low, but sod it, we're doing it. How is that? Maybe a little bit more that way if I can. Oh, I haven't got my light on. That's why there's like no light here. How is that? Should we get the... Oh no, too shiny, too shiny. How is that? That'll do. That'll do. Right, we're green to go. Stick this under, which will probably go wrong because it'll never be in the center. There we are. And let's give it a go. I'm going to watch it on this screen. That can't go wrong. See, it comes around the outside and boom, then it's not doing what I thought it would do. I mean, it's kind of 2 or 3 streams is fine. They usually join together in the middle. That might be because the machine isn't level, so if I push down slightly on this, there you go. The machine might not be fully level. So that might be my problem there. And that's how it should go. And there we are. Lovely bit of coffee. A lovely bit of coffee. Right. Oh. Couldn't find the unmute button then. Had to go clean my mug, my Ember mug, because I forgot to do that the other day. Oh, I dropped that on the floor. Right, we're just going to do a little Americano with milk today. Nothing too fancy. So pour that in there. Lovely. Same amount of water, hot water. Perfect. Let's get this back up. Hopefully I've got these legs the right length. How's that look? Perfect. Have you turned down? There we go. Lovely. That's black at the moment. Black Americano. Let's give it a drink before we add in some milk. Can relate so much. I recently got an ADHD diagnosis. I don't have a diagnosis, but it's obvious. I will say that I've never actually been fully diagnosed with it, but like I know I have it, and the only reason to get a diagnosis now would be to get meds. But yes, congrats on the diagnosis. I hope they can help you out, and hope you have those sweet meds to help you out. In my mind, it's like, do I want the hassle? Peer reviewed, yes, it's definitely been peer reviewed. That's all right. That's a little bit too powerful. Too much of the coffee flavors in that. I need milk to mellow it out. So a little bit of milk. Yes, lovely. It's a good cup of coffee, that is. Yeah, my main issue is it's just going to be a lot of hassle and effort and just so much time. It's going to take forever. It's going to take so long. Because God bless the NHS, but they're not great at this sort of stuff. And you're all going to start screaming at me to just start it and do it, but no. One day, maybe one day. Right, first coffee done. So those frozen beans are getting to the point where I would say they're kind of like they're going off. If it was an open bag, this would be several weeks in, you know. So if they've been freshly roasted, let's say today, then you should leave them a couple of days. Then once they're open, as long as you keep them in an airtight container, they should last for a week or so, 2 weeks, you know, quite a while. Enough for you to finish the bag. It's getting to the end of that period now. I know they've been frozen for 6 months, but I can definitely taste that, yeah, they need to be drunk ASAP. Because if I were to leave it another week, they probably wouldn't be very nice. The diagnostic criteria from about 20 years ago, yep. And only cater to young boys. Well, that's fine, I'm a young boy in my brain. Why did I say that so creepily? No one knows. No one knows. Byron! How you doing? Welcome on in. How are you doing on this lovely, lovely Sunday? It's actually quite sunny outside now. Ah, crazy. Crazy, I tell you. ADHD does exist in France. I would hope well, I wouldn't hope it exists everywhere. I believe it exists everywhere. Remember, ADHD can also be a superpower. Because when you're hyper-focusing, oh boy, can you get fucking anything done. That's the other thing, right? So if I got diagnosed and they started giving me meds, I feel like I would lose that edge. Schooling system's just strict AF. Fair enough. That is fair. Autism is also a superpower. For many, many people. Right. Shall we get onto an AirPress? I'll make a little blend of the remaining beans and my other stuff. And then we're going to go build some Lego. What we're building today, by the way. If you're watching this on YouTube later, and that's you watching this on YouTube later, I build Lego as well. Go look at the Lego playlist. But we're finishing off the old TIE bomber here. All of my coffee and all of my Lego builds, in fact every single VOD I ever do, are all on my YouTube. If you want to go check them all out, they're all there. I cut the start chat off, I cut the end off, I cut any breaks out. So it's just the raw stream stuff. But if you want any more of this coffee stuff, go to oh god, what's my command for that? This one. And if you want my Lego, that one. Playlists. They're a month out of date at the moment. I still have a backlog of a month of VODs to catch up on. But my entire build of the Millennium Falcon, which is here, I'm not going to pick it up. I was contemplating picking it up. Every time I pick it up, something falls off. It's there. It will be there eventually. It's all on there. 20 odd episodes. Also all these Lego builds here, like my X-Wings. Also little ones like this wooden little wooden X-Wing there. And my DeLorean, International Space Station, Sonic the Hedgehog. They're all on there. Oh god, where were you there? The whole shelving area needs redoing. Every time I pick it up, something falls off. Did there was someone's sex tape? I am tired. I'm perking up a little bit because of the coffee. So it just made a little like, oh no! How the fuck did I do that? I have somehow spilt coffee on my works laptop, on the top of it, on the case of it. The impressive bit on me going, well, how the hell did I do that? It's stored in a vertical dock, so it's vertical. It's like this, and somehow I spilt it all the way down it as I was putting this on this little dock. It's charging thing. How did I do that? I told you I spill coffee all the time. Oops. Right. Shall we get back to an actual making of coffee? Let's do that. Here we go. That sign is very wonky. There we go. Okay. Should we have an AirPress? Maybe I'll do an AirPress and we'll add in some. Should we add in some? Ooh, caramel. Maybe we'll have a caramel AirPress. How about that? I don't do flavors too often. They're there as and when. So we're going to start off with the remainder of the frozen. So that's completely finished now. That's 5 grams, which means we'll probably get about 9 to 10 grams of this Monmouth stuff. So this is the Monmouth. No, that's the decaf. We don't want that bad boy. No, thank you. We want the full fat caffeine. Thank you very much. I've got some decaf from Monmouth, which I'm having. If I ever want coffee and it's after about 2 p.m, I will make myself a decaf. And it's a very nice decaf. Very nice. Right, just a little, oh God. Just chuck those in there. It's a very nice, I'm all over the place today, aren't I? Dropping stuff, spilling coffee. It's not going well. I'm sure that'll go well when we get to the actual building of Lego with tiny, tiny, fiddly plastic pieces. Right. There we go. Let's get that grind in. How's everyone's weekend going anyway? Had a little bit of a productive weekend yesterday. As some of the VODs. General just catching up on stream stuff. Again, I'm still a month behind, but you know, I've got some ready. I've made a decision to sort of silently post some of the VODs, the coffee ones, because they don't get many views anyway, so they're just up there for the record. See how that goes. Weekend's going okay, that's good to hear, Byron. Got a whole bunch of stream tech stuff worked on, nice. And lovely lie-in, yes. Yes, I had a nice lie-in. I had a really nice lie-in with the dog cuddling. The dog came in and gave me a cuddle. That was nice. It was beautiful. And then, of course, I got up later than I should have for this stream, and had to run around and get things ready. All right, AeroPress. We are going to stick a paper filter in there, stick the thingy on. We're not doing an inverter one this week, before anyone suggests it. Clearly, I'm dropping things today. That would be a bad idea. There we go. There's a little blend. So that should, I don't really know how that's going to turn out. Should have a little bit of characteristic from both coffees. But let's give that a go. Oh, I need to boil the kettle. Put the kettle on, brewed. Teapot, poured cup, realised I didn't get milk. Ah! So did you have it black, or did you go out and get milk? Because that's that 50-50, like, I can drink black tea and black coffee. And I'm willing to do that for the first one of the day, just so I don't have to go get milk. But at that point, I'm caffeinated, so I should probably go get milk. That dilemma, the morning dilemma. Can you be bothered putting actual clothes on, going outside, seeing people, and getting milk? Ugh. The answer is usually no, unless I'm really not in the mood for black coffee or black tea. All right. Freshly boiled, all the way to the top. And we stick the plunger in. Oh, stick it in too far. Oops. And we give that 3 minutes. 3 whole minutes. This one's gonna have to be black by the time I make it to the shops. Oh, it'll be cold, yeah, I guess, if you've already poured it. Oh well, black tea is good for you. Tea in general's kind of good for you anyway. Green tea is apparently better, but black tea is still good for you. Back in the days before I drank coffee, that's all I would drink a lot of tea. A lot of tea. So much tea that it was actually kind of a meme in university in our third year when we were writing our dissertations. Me and my friend, we were given an office to work on our dissertations. I'm not really sure why we were given an office, but we were given an office. And it would literally be like every 10 minutes. Tea? Tea. We didn't get much work done, but we drank a lot of tea. It would get to the point where like we would text each other when we were heading up the stairs, because by the time we got from the front door to our office, either waiting for the lift or using the stairs, the kettle would be boiled and the tea would be brewing, you know. Because you've got to have a tea before you start, and then you load up all your stuff to start working on your work, and that's enough effort to have another tea at that point. In the middle of winter, because we didn't have a fridge in the office, we had to stick the milk outside on the window ledge because it was like 2 degrees, and it was a tall office building, so it was definitely cold enough. So we stuck it out on the windows ledge and just tied a little string around it so it didn't fall off. It worked. We were students, geniuses, some would call us. And then the 3 a.m. Coding rush to finish assignments came, and we got into coffee. Well, my mate was already into coffee, but he had strong coffee. Strong coffee. So we got into coffee. Up until 4 a.m. trying to finish an assignment that was due in at midnight. So technically we've already like lost 10% of the mark, but we had to get it done. Sometimes they weren't due until 9 a.m. because you had to print them out. You had to print out the code we had written, as well as screenshots of the like website we had built for the assignment. But they wanted it printed out, which means they had to allow you to submit it during the day rather at midnight. Yeah, I know, it was nonsense. You had to also electronically submit it, but they wanted it printed out as well. I had to do that for my dissertation. 90% of my dissertation was the code printed out in the back. But because of that means they had to allow us to submit it at something like 10 a.m. was the deadline, or 11 a.m. to make sure you could get in that day to submit it. Which means we would stay up until like 5 a.m. finishing it, be too tired, wake up at like 10 a.m, rush in, print it out, hand it in. It was bad times. Quite often went out on nights out drinking, came back at something like 2 o'clock in the morning and finished an assignment. Because I think I only had, most semesters I only had 2 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. lectures, like really early morning ones. The others were quite late. And you can kind of judge it. So like, oh, I've been to the last 4 9 a.m. lectures, I can miss 1. As long as you didn't miss too many, then they didn't care too much. Because all the slides, well, most of the modules was on PowerPoint slides, so they published them. This is back in the day before the internet is what it is now. So you could get the material anyway, but some of the old school lecturers decided, no, we're going to still use blackboards, and you had to write everything down. So then you had to hope that someone else in the class had taken notes. So we all had to like arrange. It was like, who's going to lecture? It was like, oh, I'm going today. It's like, cool. That means I can take today off. Oh yeah, good times. Oh, they'd also sign you in as well. So the lecturer would see something like maybe 5 people out of the 30, but they would have signatures for at least 20 people. Oh, the maths teacher was the one. She would write on the blackboard, and she would write so fast that you had to like get it down. And by the time you got to like one bit, she was already erasing it off, you know, and then you have to like race her It's kind of annoying. It was very annoying. Yeah, the person taking notes had a great responsibility, didn't they? I just realised I did the 3-minute timer, and the bot doesn't do 3-minute timers, so I've been talking for a load of... How long have I been talking? Oh, the camera's gone off. Oh, that's not good. Hello? Hello? There it is. I think that's been at least 3 minutes. With the AeroPress, again, you should leave it for at least 3 minutes. If you can like stand to leave it 4 or 5 minutes, that's probably better, because it's all mixing together and immersing itself. So the longer you leave it, the more equalized the flavors will be. They can only solubilize, that's not a word, Paul, but I'm using it. The water can only solubilize so much of the coffee stuff, so at a certain point it's going to be maximum mixture. I'm making good words today. Me make good words. So if you leave it longer, my point is, it won't get over solubilized. I'm sticking with that word. It's a good word. There we go. There's our little AeroPress of a little blend of about 5 grams of the leftover frozen ones and about 10 grams of Monmouth. Fazenda IP, that one. Shall we have a little sippy sip? Oh, that's not bad. Oh yeah, I can kind of taste a bit of both. That's nice, that's nice. It's very nice. My hair, what is my hair doing today? Come on. Mmm. Very nice. I'm gonna add some milk, because it is a little bit strong for me. So a little dash of milk. Oh yeah. Oh, that's so much better with the milk. Oh, they're mixing quite well, those two coffees. Ooh, I can like taste the fruitiness of the Monmouth stuff, but also I can get like the underlying smoothness of the frozen one, which is one of my favorite coffees. That's mixed very well. That's mixed very well. Yeah. Like I say, if you ever have like not enough to make full coffee, just mix it with something else. You'll probably surprise yourself. Oh boy. Oh yes, good coffee today. Good coffee. All right. Yeah, Monmouth. We love Monmouth around here. It's my like everyday staple. I'm gonna try and move on to some other stuff, try some other stuff, but Monmouth, highly recommend, highly recommend. I wouldn't mind going to their, they've got a London-based location that I wouldn't mind going to one day. Just to see, I'm not sure if it's just like a full-blown, it must be a full-blown cafe as well. I'm pretty sure it is. But it would just be good to try it on their terms, so to speak. Right, that is the end of coffee time. Thank you all for watching that. Nice little espresso, keeping warm in this mug. Not espresso, Americano. Oh yes. That one's a lot more like earthy, sort of like, just like, oh, a bit more full on, that one. Because that was all the frozen one, plus it's an espresso, so it's a little bit stronger. AeroPress, very nice and smooth. Always recommend an AeroPress. We'll be back probably next week with more coffee. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what the plan is for next week, but we'll be back at some point with more coffee. If you have any suggestions on coffee you want me to make or whatever, let me know. We'll give it a go.